There's a version of love that quietly kills the person giving it, not with drama, not with a single moment you could point to. It happens slowly. One skipped meal, one missed appointment, one canceled plan at a time, until one day you look up and realize you haven't existed as a separate person in months. You've been so busy carrying someone else's pain that you never noticed your own hands going numb. And the cruel part is, it doesn't feel like a mistake while it's happening. It feels like love. It feels like loyalty. It feels like the right thing to do, which is exactly why almost no one sees it coming until they're already gone. There's a version of love that quietly kills the person giving it, not with drama, not with some dramatic breaking point you'd notice right away. It happens slowly. One skipped meal, one missed appointment, one canceled plan with your own friends because someone else needed you more. And then one day, you look up and realize you haven't existed as a separate person in months. Here's the strange part. It doesn't feel like a mistake while it's happening. It feels like love. It feels like loyalty. It feels like exactly what a good person is supposed to do, which is exactly why almost nobody sees the collapse coming until they're already inside it. So, let's ask the real question. If this feels like love, why does it end in exhaustion, resentment, and sometimes total burnout? The answer starts with a distinction almost nobody is taught. The difference between empathy and fusion. Empathy means you can feel what someone else is going through, while still knowing clearly that it's their experience and not yours. You stay standing next to them. You can see their pain without drowning in it. Fusion is different. Fusion is when the boundary dissolves completely. When their bad day becomes your bad day. Their crisis becomes your crisis. Their emotional weather becomes the only weather you're allowed to have. Pause for a second and think about the last time someone you love was struggling. Did you feel with them? Or did you feel like you disappeared into them? Most caregivers don't notice the difference because fusion doesn't announce itself. It sneaks in disguised as devotion. And once it takes hold, something even more dangerous starts running the whole operation. Guilt. Here's what almost nobody admits out loud. A huge amount of caregiving isn't actually driven by love. It's driven by fear. Fear that if you stop, if you take one evening for yourself, if you say no just once, something terrible will happen, and it will be your fault. That fear is exhausting in a way love never is. Love replenishes you even when it's hard. Fear just drains you, quietly every single day, until there's nothing left to drain. Be honest with yourself for a second. When you show up for the person you're caring for, are you doing it because you want to? Or because you're terrified of what happens if you don't? That distinction matters more than almost anything else in this video, because it determines whether caregiving builds you or slowly hollows you out. And the cost of getting this wrong isn't small. Caregiver burnout isn't a metaphor. It's a documented, measurable decline. Sleep disappears. Health markers worsen. Identity erodes piece by piece until people describe themselves not by their own name, but by the role they've collapsed into. I'm just his caregiver now. I'm just her mom now. Not a person anymore, a function. And here's the part that should genuinely surprise you. None of this self-sacrifice actually makes you better at helping the person you love. Past a certain point, it makes you worse. Exhausted people are impatient people. Depleted people run out of the very patience, warmth, and presence that made them good caregivers in the first place. The person who burns themselves down to keep someone else warm eventually has no fire left to offer anyone, including the person they were trying to save. So, does that mean the answer is caring less? Pulling back? Building higher walls? No. And this is exactly where most people get it wrong. They think the choice is between merging completely or leaving completely. That's not the choice. There's a third option. And psychologists have a specific name for it: differentiation. Differentiation means staying closely, deeply connected to someone, while remaining a separate person the entire time. It means you can sit with someone in their pain without absorbing it as your own. You can say no to a request without it meaning you love them less. You can protect your own sleep, your own friendships, your own sense of self, not despite loving them, but because you love them. And you understand that a depleted version of you helps no one. If you've ever felt guilty for taking time for yourself while someone you love was struggling, I want you to sit with this for a second. That guilt is not proof that you're doing something wrong. It's proof that fusion, not empathy, has been running the show. Think about the people in your life who are genuinely good at supporting others through hard times. The ones who don't burn out, don't disappear, don't quietly start resenting the people they help. Almost without exception, they've mastered this exact skill. They stay present without dissolving. They care without collapsing. That's the actual goal. Not indifference, not distance, presence, without disappearing. Because here's the truth underneath everything in this video. You can only carry someone else for as long as you're still standing yourself. The moment your own legs give out, you're not carrying anyone anymore. You're both on the ground. Real care was never supposed to cost you everything. The people who love you, the ones worth caring for in the first place, don't actually want a version of you that no longer exists. They want you present, whole, still yourself, still standing. If this changed how you see your own caregiving, hit like. It helps this reach someone who's quietly burning out right now and doesn't have a name for it yet. And if you want more of this, the psychology behind the relationships and roles that quietly shape who we become, subscribe, because every week we take apart the parts of love, loyalty, and care that no one ever explains clearly. So you can keep showing up for the people you love without losing yourself in the process.